Hi friends, today I want to talk about glow up as you age. We are made to believe that when you hit a certain age in your life, that is it basically. That's it for you and you're gone. You cannot look good, you cannot shine, you cannot do anything special about your look or how you feel about yourself. But I think it all comes from the mind. I think you can glow up all the way into your 90s, even when you hit 100, you can still glow up. I've seen a few grandmothers online who are really glowing up, and because they have taken intentional steps to allow themselves to be that way. Before I go into my ideas and what I picked up in terms of what it takes to glow up, and I'm trying to work on that. I'm not yet 100% there, but I'm trying. What it takes to glow up, I want to share small hilarious stories. Over the weekend, I had relatives that were coming in from the UK, and one of the child is really has not been had a lot of exposure in this country. So I decided, you know what, let's go to Entebbe, a place called Entebbe, and go to the Uganda Zoo and see what is there. So this boy can have a chance to experience Uganda in a different way. And I was actually quite excited by that. It rained. I was a bit disappointed, but then when we got there, Uganda weather being what it is, it rains, it shines, it rains, it shines. Anytime you can just you can't know what's going to happen. Anyway, we got there and the weather was good. We took our walks in the zoo, saw all these animals, and he was quite excited about what he saw in his country. He really likes to identify with his country. So that was quite exciting. Part of the zoo also, there's a beach, and there's a place where you can have like really nicely made fish that's fresh from the lake, and yeah, it gets really interesting. Anyway, during that walk, we went to the chimpanzee uh, um, enclosure, and there were two chimpanzees in the same enclosure, and one of them was really I think he was bored for the day. That's what I could think. He like held eye contact with me, and I was also with my children and other people, so he held eye contact with me, and then he started to raise his eyebrows like that and giggle. So I was like, what was that about? I looked away, and then I looked back, and then he looked at me again, and then he raised his eyebrows and he giggled. And then and then he moved away, went to the rope, started showing off, jumping from one rope to another, and then he came back and giggled and raised his eyebrows and giggled. I laughed so much. My daughters were like, Mom, you see, the chimpanzee is simping on you. That was the most hilarious thing anybody has ever said. That reminds me of the fact that we are 99.9%, I mean, very close in DNA. Yeah, I am not surprised that this guy can giggle. But anyway, this is just a preamble to what I wanted to share in a bigger video of ways in which we can glow up, as we grow older. So let's kindly meet me in the next video so that I can share the details of how we can glow up.